Roblox's year-long stock free fall accelerated last week when the company announced quarterly results that financial analyst Morningstar called, quote, a terrible second quarter across virtually every engagement and payment metric. Welcome to Inside Games Daily, the only gaming news show brave enough to finally report some good news for a change.
Yeah. Okay, so normally we wouldn't cheer the downfall of any video game company, but you know what? We'll make a little exception for Roblox. And if you don't know why, just wait until you hear them explain why they had a slow quarter, because it's very revealing. But between all of us, I think Brian might hate Roblox the most. So Brian, take it away.
This is me by the Roblox tombstone.
Yeah, that's right.
But yes, Roblox, aka Satan Incarnate, reported a sharp decrease in daily active users in their second quarter, dropping from their peak of 152 million in the third quarter of 2025 to a paltry 123 million in the second quarter of this year.
Boy, only 123 million daily active users? Jeez. Hours engaged also dropped from 40 billion in Q3 2025 to 29 billion hours in Q2 of 2026.
Man, barely anything, huh? The company's bookings also dropped sharply from a peak of 2.22 billion in Q4 2025 to, again, a just emaciated 1.55 billion in the last quarter.
Hold on, let me pull my 15-year-old right now. Hey, Ben, do you play Roblox? No. Okay. See, there you go.
Good. That's good. That's good.
He's fishing in Red Dead 2 right now. Literally.
Good taste.
Better. Yeah.
The company's stock has mirrored this precipitous drop in metrics, which traded around $140 in September of last year and is under $40 at the time of writing, a drop in value of over 70%, and that's a lot of percent.
That is actually a huge drop for Roblox. That's very bad. That's a very bad sign. The other, 2 billion to 1 billion, 1.5 billion, no big deal. But the huge stock drop, so could be something in the future here. So why has Roblox fallen off? Apparently because they're not putting as much over-monetized slop in front of kids.
Yay? Yeah. It's interesting to see them try to explain this and make it sound like a good thing. In the company's release, they explain that, quote, the decline reflects a greater than expected shift of engagement from high monetizing 2025 vintage viral games to both new and evergreen games with lower hourly monetization.
The child predators must not be able to chat as freely with children anymore. But they say this is totally on purpose since they tweaked their recommendation algorithm to prioritize retention, but that, quote, the near-term impact on younger cohorts has been larger than we anticipated.
All right, so the translation is literal babies aren't getting shuffled directly to the slot machines in Roblox. Also, really, really creepy that they refer to their players as cohorts. I don't like any of this. Roblox is this company I have really side-eyed for quite some time. It's getting worse.
Yeah, I've seen some of their TV ads. Thank you, Tubi, now, and they're also exceptionally creepy. They try to pitch it to parents as a way to bond with your kid, and then they subtly imply that your kid might make some kind of AI gold mine that'll get your family rich. Yeah, it's like the subtext of a lot of those ads. It just makes my skin crawl, especially when you know where their money comes from and how.
Yeah, most of the earnings report echoes that sentiment that despite the year-long decline in every business metric, this is just a momentary hiccup before they surge again.
Oh boy, I hope not. As part of that, Roblox touts its focus on 2D games, which will, quote, position them to capture a greater share of the over 18 cohort. Great. Adults.
Yeah, they're making their crappy version of Stardew Valley and thinking they're going to pull over adults. I hope not, but we'll see. And like every company that wants investments, they're pointing to everything they've done to implement and roll out AI, because of course they are. Namely, they have their prompt-based game creation toolkit called Build. That's currently available in public alpha for users over 9 years old in New Zealand, and they say a wider rollout is coming soon.
Yeah, and not only will this fuel Roblox with even more knockoff slop, but will also offer paid tiers for power users. Roblox was really AI slop before AI came along.
I mean, and by the way, boy, I'm glad we could support Roblox and now Chat GPT and NVIDIA. All the companies I really want to support.
Triangle of power right there.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's right. The Ouroboros of money.
The rotary engine. Just keep it spinning, baby.
Oh, man, I hate it. Roblox also points towards the release of AI creator agents that can handle QA testing, analytics analysis, and run A/B experiments to optimize, quote, engagement, retention, and of course, monetization.
It's if the wasteland that Roblox already is losing players, it's hard to imagine an AI version of that's going to be more appealing. But yeah, hopefully it's not just drilling down on metrics and AI optimization. I hope it doesn't work. That's my profound desire. But going back to Roblox's release here, because they say they're only temporarily suffering a decline, and I think they said something about the path to our profits is nonlinear or something like that, they are accelerating their plans to no longer provide full year guidance. So I guess they were going to stop that next quarter, and instead, and just because they don't want to freak everyone out, and because they have a plan and people are just getting a little too weird out there, they're only providing quarterly guidance from here on out.
This is like when Xbox decided to stop reporting console sales, and you knew that's not good. It's not good when they do that. Yeah,
never good.
Unsurprisingly, the release does not mention another factor that can seriously be affecting player engagement: age verification.
Yep, there you go. Lawmakers are slowly becoming aware of just how widespread and unregulated Roblox has become due to recent tragedies, and there have been a few.
Yeah, this is, I hate to say it this way, one story of many, but still extremely, extremely sad. The 16-year-old Penelope Sokolovsky committed suicide after communicating with Cult 764 in Roblox, who then took that conversation off of Roblox onto Discord. But yeah, just really messed her up, and it's just awful.
Yeah, her father, Jason Sokolovsky, told CBC News, "This group scooped in and took a hold of her heart and mind and body. I don't want any other parent or child to go through the experience that my daughter and I had. It was a horror show every single day." And that is a crushing quote. Jeez.
It really absolutely is. Roblox agreed to pay more than $12 million to the state of Nevada and implement facial age estimation to ensure that users only talk to those in their age groups. I don't know that this is enough, I'll be honest, but there it is.
Yeah, I'm sure that system can be circumvented, which only makes it more like kind of weirdly fascistic. Again, I hope the solution is to just not play Roblox, but as part of their agreement with the state of Nevada, they're basically extending the protections for accounts that were for players that were 13 years old or younger, extending that up to 16 years old. So now users that are 16 or younger will only be able to communicate with trusted friends, and those are added via QR codes or phone contacts. And they've also extended the ability to block adult-rated content and for parental oversight for accounts up to 16 years old. Kind of baffling that wasn't the case before now.
I hate it. I hate Roblox. As the parent of kids, some of whom have gone through the Roblox phase, but kind of killed it. My recommendation to parents: don't let your kids play games where they can chat with anybody at all. And I think that's one thing where Nintendo, honestly, to me, seems to be leading. If you can chat, it's very limited, pre-programmed phrases, and that keeps bad actors away from kids. But it is hard. It does require more act. And I'm not judging, because I think these tragedies are horrible. And if you're not paying attention, I think creeps can get to your kids. But yeah, if they can chat, don't do it. I think Roblox is going to get away with as much as they possibly can before they're forced to, change. But they're a bad faith actor, in my opinion, and people shouldn't play their games. Stick to, non-chat games.
Yeah, this stuff makes me especially angry because what do I say on the show every single day? Companies are only out to make money. They are not out to protect anyone, ever. YouTube Kids went through this a few years ago. I don't know if everybody remembers this, but YouTube Kids, basically their recommendation engine, which was all bullshit, it was a robot, was recommending videos that were not for kids in YouTube Kids. And then they would get sucked into this algorithm, and then 5-year-olds would watch, Elsa fucking, who knows what, Spider-Man or some shit. It was crazy. And because YouTube wasn't regulated, they weren't hiring people to go in and actually protect that and make sure. And they finally did, by the way, because it took those stories for them to do it. And Roblox still not doing it. Like, it's making me really angry now because Roblox could spend the billions of dollars that they have on people to regulate specific games and chat, but they're not doing it. And that's why it's making me especially angry, because they could. And I'm not saying it's not up to the parents. Brian obviously said it is up to the parents. Of course it is. I'm a parent. I know. But fucking help us out a little bit here, Roblox. You got billions of dollars, you fucking might as well. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm glad that the heat's turning up on them a little bit. And I think they can feel that too, which is probably why they've adjusted their algorithm and stuff. Because, yeah, once lawmakers start sniffing around, and if they get sued by the state and then they're forced through discovery, and then lawmakers can see all of their tactics and where their money's coming from and who they very intentionally are targeting and how, that's going to get, they don't want that to happen, I don't think. So it doesn't surprise me that they're in a rush to strike a deal. It is insulting. Like, it's a good thing for the state to get like millions of dollars, but that's such a fraction of the money that Roblox has extracted out of small children with games they knew were intensively monetized. It's, I got crackly knees. I can go back and see the 1-900 commercials that used to target children. That was scummy, but that was before you were putting like literal gambling mechanics into games and dropping them in front of children. And like fully monetized. Like, it's bad enough if that's not even monetized, if you just get kids kind of already on the gambling feedback loop early. But to do that and then also monetize it, I guess arcade games was the closest it got for us as kids. And they use some messed up tricks, bosses that would blink real fast but not actually have a health bar, so you don't know how close they are to dying. They're just giving you vague feedback that one more quarter is going to get you there. But still, like, we got pretty used to that and also had no money to spend. So there is a history, I think, of especially in America, following the dollar wherever you can get it from. The kids used to be work in the factories with their tiny hands, and now they're AI coding slop games to get other kids to give them money. So it's a weird situation we've landed at, but it's kind of depressing, but again, not out of character especially for the United States to adopt tech first and worry about the consequences later. But I think we're seeing a lot of those consequences now. It's a bit late, but hopefully this could, just the momentum can get shut down a little bit. A little more regulation, a little more protection, because there's so much common sense about this that anyone would agree to, but everybody's eyes been off the ball, and it's getting faster, which is a bit scary. So I love seeing the whip get cracked a little bit. I love seeing executives sweat. I love seeing them bend themselves into knots to try to promise hyperactive investors that everything's going to be just fine. So we'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah. Sting from WCW in 1991 might jack up your parents' phone bill $50, but it wasn't gonna make your kid kill themselves. There's just some awful shit like that. And yeah, Bruce is exactly right. There does need to be more regulation. The onus does need to be on these companies, 100%.
And by the way, guys, I got a fun little bonus for you. As we were talking, literally as we were shooting this episode, I got an ad on Discord for, wouldn't you know it, Roblox. It popped up as we were talking, which means they're for sure listening.
Wait. Can you get a free skin? What is it?
Gosh, this makes me so angry. Thank you very much for, Thank you very much for watching Inside Games. If you're playing Roblox right now, we won't judge you too much, but please be careful. Holy hell. And believe it or not, some folks out there are actually sending us money instead of Roblox, which is, I can't believe it. So we'd like to shout out that particular brand of bravery for our Patreon. Thank you very much, Sherwin Sanchez, Jonathan Lanowski, Pitstrip and Ati, and James Breyer. We're not chatting with you in the Inside Games Patreon, which is good. We don't want to talk to you. We appreciate the support. So stay away from the chat pretty much anywhere, especially Roblox.
James, what are you wearing?